to break down on my shooters, cause I found out they was ops. I'm tryna bust at they medulla, tryna do them like Tupac. Two Glocks up in my pocket, 22 down in my sock. If I'm running out of ammo, time to bring out Mr. Chop. Mr. Chopper change the weather, make it rain.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Talks with D-Hawks interview. Alright, I'm gonna stand over here. I'm gonna interview these ladies. So please tell us who you are individually. What are your names?
Hi, I'm Six. I'm Ash. And I'm Paula.
Six, Ash, and Paula. How are you guys feeling today? Y'all feeling good?
I'm good. I'm well today. Yeah. It's been a good day.
It's been a good day, right? Where you guys from? Let me hear your stories.
Oh, come on. I don't like background stories. I was raised all over. I have different experience, different backgrounds, and that's just it.
And what about you, Ash?
I was raised in Harlem, New York.
And I was raised in Queens.
Queens? Alright, that's cool. Alright, so tell me what it is you guys do.
Individually or as a podcast?
Yeah.
Well, as a podcast, we try to reach out in NYC to get to know the artists. Like, cause I feel like even though we hear mainstream artists, we want to know like the artists that we live next to. When they feel that energy, we tired of hearing like the Nicki Minaj, like just kind of give them the exposure that they need, and just putting all our fun daily activities to light. Like we like cooking, we're 420, we like kids, we do a lot of events. Who knows?
We like good conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically just doing everyday life stuff, recording it and helping out other people.
Yeah.
Like the networking stuff.
That's fine. Whose idea was it to start this?
I think all of us.
Yeah,
we were just sitting.
Like a merger. Yeah. We were just like, we went live one day and then it was just like fun. So we decided to make it a real idea, I guess you could say.
She lying. That's what happened. We was in
what
her
happened?
bed.
Spill the tea.
We was in her bed. We were smoking. And it was after we got off for live. And we like, yo, we like talking. We have good conversations. But she didn't get the background story. Like, I think that we wasn't high. We wouldn't really thought about podcasts. That's the bad part. But, you know.
So after being on live is when the whole thing dropped. And I was
it's crazy. We took a month to get it ready.
A month?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say something about that because a lot of people, when they say that they want to do something, they take a very long time to do it. And you guys, I remember hearing you was telling me about the whole idea. And I was like, okay, that's fire. And then like 2-3 weeks later, y'all had a whole episode out and everything.
Ready. I mean, all we had to do was record some audio, and that was it. Just post it.
We all have a social media following for different reasons. So it's like all three of us combined is automatically good energy. We know a lot of people in New York City. We're well connected. We tattoo freaks, piercing freaks, nerd girls, cosplayers,
gamers.
We everywhere. We just fit in everywhere.
Fashion and shit.
Musicians, because you also,
yes, we
interviewed a
go to lawyers
musician.
and labels where you get to meet artists who come and perform their stuff, and it's dope.
That's fire. Cause I was. Huh?
You should come.
Yeah, invite me.
It's dope.
I'm with it. Invite me.
See us neck break, you neck break.
It's lit. But that's what I'm saying, because a lot of people, they take so long, and it's like, you guys didn't wait to get the lights, you guys didn't wait to get the fancy camera, y'all just say, you know what, we'll do what we have, and then just go off. Yeah, that's good energy, I like that.
Because it's like a waste of time, we wouldn't have done it.
I mean, that we sit around and wait, we don't have a camera to do it, I think.
Yeah, we just
would have never done it.
Yeah.
We should play Uno.
Okay, yes guys, yay. Okay.
What were some things individually, like each and every one of you, that you like worried before you started? Like each of you, your own fears about doing this.
So from my experience, that summer, realistically, last summer was a hell of a summer ride for me. Like, granted, my friends, they've been really supportive with me, but that summer was really where I'm getting attacked and I'm dealing with a whole lot of like dead friendships and drama and beef. So to me, it's like I didn't want beef to interfere with us as a podcast. Like, they're amazing women, they have amazing opinions. I don't want my bullshit to overpower what they're doing. So it's like I had to just take a pill, like, all right.
Wait, I have a question.
Jump into it.
How would your issues deal with them or affect them?
Because I also own a business called Active Montana.
Okay.
And
What's so funny?
Yeah. What?
Like, I'm laughing because that's just how I am. You gotta laugh at the negativity because it's always something positive coming out of it. But like, I had supporters and I was in the middle of a good situation. I walked away from it. I ghosted it, and like, it came with a whole lot of drama just from ghosting.
The brand?
Not even the brand, just like the person who was involved in my brand. Like, I ghosted you know, and it just went downhill from there. So it was like I didn't want that bullshit to interfere with them. Not allowed to offer, and they're all good people, and I love them. So that's my focus. Like I didn't want my bullshit. I want them to shine and grow. And I want to like promote them. Like you know, you guys get out there, and then you know I'll jump in there. But
as you should. What about you, Ash? What were some things you were worried about before starting this?
What was I worried about? I mean, if anything, I ain't worried about that.
we were, like she was. We're about to pop it up in the whipper.
You said stalker?
Yes. We really
I don't
have
like to
a
give this
another
person.
conversation.
I mean, it kind of is, but it's whatever.
Don't say no
I don't
names,
really
just
like
mention.
to exactly.
So
I don't
we're
like to
gonna
give this
call
person
her
any light.
Batman.
It's stalker. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Batman is
But-
really doing some Batman shit. Like
I mean, I just had a situation as well, I guess, earlier last year. And I guess I didn't want me to have to explain it. You feel me? I didn't want to have to deal with it or have anybody
but
like
you have
bringing
to
up
on
shit
social media
or
because you had to on social media.
You know,
it escalated.
yeah. It pretty much got worse and worse as time progressed. So. I mean, other than that, I just, as well, I was also working with some family, and that didn't work out. So I kind of just, like, cut off that to kind of work with this as well. So we kind of all just have something to prove in a way, I feel like. It's just, I don't know.
Y'all all sacrifice something to be here
Yeah.
and work with each other. That's fine.
That's why it matters the most to us. Like anything
That's
we
why
do
we did
is
ask
ours.
for
It's our money. Like even though we're broke, we're literally like doing shit.
It's all gonna come back to you. Don't worry. What about you, Polo?
What was the question? No, 'cause,
What
like,
was
you
what
know,
was something you were scared of or like worried about before
Oh,
starting this?
I think just like myself being like introverted as a person, and like that being like so outgoing and you know knowing people and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm like overcoming that and like meeting new people, networking.
Yeah.
What are some of your strengths and weaknesses as like a team?
Damn.
Yeah, I be asking questions. Question.
Like individually. I don't know.
Like when it comes
I
to the
mean,
podcast, what are some
I
things that
think
you notice?
like our schedules interfere.
Yeah.
Really?
I think when people watch, I think it's the fact that when people watch our podcast, like, they kind of expect, like, a certain vibe. Like, they expect us to be all crazy and shit like that. Or, like, people our age, like, podcasts really isn't something that's, like, huge. So, like, people don't really know that it's dead ass just a conversation. And people come to our live expecting us to be, like, crazy or acting
hyper
wild
and
and, you know, sharing everything and spilling tea and all that. Like, people don't understand that. So we've had a lot of misconceptions with people, especially trying to do business and things like that. But, I mean, as far as a strength, I feel like our strength is that it's dead ass three of us. So if it's like one of us is lacking in any type of way, there's two of us to pick up, two of us makes a show, etc., etc. Like we have the support of three of us, and it's a trio, and it works for now. So yeah.
6, you wanna?
Guys, everyone want to chime in?
I mean, in my opinion, our strengths would be we just know where we fall. Like, it ain't no leadership role. It's just like, we all are beautiful people who just know how to work with each other. Like, alright, you're pissing me off. I'm gonna stop talking to you today. But I'm gonna come back tomorrow because I love you. So, what's up?
Yeah, and it's never that deep where it's like, I have to take a long ass break from each other or anything like that.
What's some feedback you got from like family or friends?
That we should stop cursing to appeal to a mature audience.
That's what they be saying? Like the whole cursing?
Yeah, in my opinion.
Do we even curse that much?
In our first episode, it turned a couple of older people off, but we was really just talking our shit and we agreed with it for a minute, so that's what I mean, but if anything, I want to be free to be free. Like this, at the end of the day, sooner or later, I'm going to be myself. So it's like, you're going to get it now or later, so I don't really care. It's meant for somebody. If it's not meant for that audience that my family's in, then oh well.
My family just be like, Alea, you can't be doing things like that, you know? I will listen to you. And I don't even care. Because grandma love me.
So you gotten like positive? Anything positive from like friends?
Yeah, like definitely from like a lot of friends. Yeah. People like, oh, we're waiting for your new episode. We're really excited. It's like, okay, that's dope. We didn't expect that.
How does that make y'all feel?
it made me feel good. Because it's like, it's people we didn't expect. It's not people that I talk to on a everyday basis that support.
Mm-hmm.
It's people that I see that I met online, I don't really know. They're like a social media family, and it's just like, we love your shit. Kudos, see you next time.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, game night, we met some of them, so it was like, we just cool.
That's something that I noticed too, because doing what I do for the last 2 years, that a lot of people you chill with every day don't even care about what you do, but it'd be people you never met, sharing every single thing you do.
It always be strangers who support you at first, and then when you get like that attention,
Then your friends
everybody
want to come
be like,
around.
oh yeah, blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah.
Because it's a bandwagon. When you do anything with social media, it's a bandwagon. If social media riding with you, you're good. If not, then you gotta like find yourself in a mix and ride the wave till you create your own wave. But it's like, in this day and age, there's so many waves going on. It's like, where do you fit this little tunnel of, you know?
Tunnel of waves.
That's why I like us, because like, we're in our 20s. We're realistic. We're raw.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're like not perfect, we're fuck up on our interviews, but it's like, this is how we talk. There's people who come over here and share things because they're like, alright, you're a real human being. You're not like a person who's like, yeah, so how are you? You're like
Stick to a script. Like,
yeah.
you just,
Yeah, so it's like this.
So for anybody, right,
Uh-huh.
individually, I want you guys to give out like your wisdom or something that like what people should know when they want to do something, as you guys are doing with social media. Like what's something that they should like focus on or, you know, not worry about?
I would say.
What's the S.A.P message?
Individually or together?
Yeah, individually.
Okay, 6 message is do what you need to do for you. Good or bad. Whatever's bringing you negative energy, get rid of it. That's just it. Because it's like when you get rid of negative energy, you automatically blossom whatever you do. So,
What about you, Ash? What's your message to the people?
Be consistent.
Yes.
Just you gotta be consistent. That ass. Like if anything, if it's there's content for everyone. There's a certain type of content for everyone. There's so many people out there in the world, but if you can miss your chance by not putting something out there. So definitely being consistent, no matter what it is.
Consistency
that's
is
dope.
key.
I love it.
and I don't know. I think just like speaking to the future, like saying instead of you will, like you want.
Manifest.
Yeah. Basically.
Manifestation.
Yeah, get that going. Light a candle, get the bath bubbles.
One thing I like about y'all is how y'all incorporate other people, because, you know, when a lot of people aren't big or like popping, they're like too scared to reach out to people, but you guys reach out more than anybody that I know, you feel me? And I like that energy because y'all make sure y'all send text messages and DM people and y'all have engagement groups, and that's fire. What makes y'all not so scared to do that?
Ooh.
Cause I feel like there's already too much negativity in this world. Like the way I see it, it's enough food for everybody to eat. There's no reason to be greedy. Everybody got some way to eat. It's some way to make money for everybody. Like,
Yeah.
I may not do what you do, but you gonna respect what I do. In some way, somehow, we connect and make a better, not trippy.
I mean, like, if anything, like, you never know who you're speaking to. Like, you know, like, if you really pay attention, like, if you've had social media for a long time, you peep, like, a lot of people that really weren't anybody, like, really grew out and, like, became people and, like, you know, like, you never really know. And this is, like, the best time to really reach out to people because this is when people want it the most, you know. You gotta, most definitely, I don't know. This is the best time.
It's a new wave. It's cool to have your own. We're basically all ballers, or not ballers, like business people. You feel me? We're all trying to create our own business and grow. So that's fire.
Especially in the most creative city in the world.
You know? All right, guys. So tell us where we could find you all individually.
Okay, well, I'm Metamorphosis 6. It's Metamorphosis 6, yeah. But S.A.P the podcast as well.
The Metamorphosis, that's your Instagram, right?
Yeah.
You got Twitter, anything else?
Okay, my Twitter is 6septions. My Snapchat is 6septions. I'm like good on my Facebook. My mama on there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Niggas be weird.
What about you, Ash?
So my IG is Ash IDK IDK. My IG stop. My IG is Ash IDK IDC is Ash. I don't know. I don't care. Pretty much the letters IDK IDC. It's listen. Instagram is too irritating with those usernames, alright? Everything, Ash, yes, my leg is right here. Ash, IDK, IDC on everything. Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, everything. If I make something, it's under Ash. I don't know, I don't care. That's it, period.
Period.
And then my Instagram is OG Curry, and that's it.
TikTok, nothing. Twitter, nothing.
No.
All right, where can we find you all?
IG
The S.A.P
only.
podcast. Where can
S.A.P the podcast.
S.A.P the podcast.
we? SoundCloud, right?
S.A.P.
It's usually typed in our bios.
Spotify. Everywhere you can listen to music. Even Google.
Our link is
Word?
on the IG. Yes.
Y'all on Google?
Yeah.
It's official. All right. Thank you, everybody that watched this interview. S.A.P the podcast. Make sure you go all follow everybody individually and the S.A.P podcast. It be lit, turning up. They do
Let's get the Uno
interviews.
cracker.
Let's get Uno cracking. We about to smack everybody in Uno.
About to
So
bust this nigga's ass. Sorry, I'll finish this so I
If
can.
we win, he make a next meal.
He baking.
I'm taking, right? All
He make a
right.
next meal.
See y'all next
and
time.
he's eating a cupcake.
Yep.
Like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
I had to break down all my shooters, cause I found out they was ops. I'm tryna bust at they medulla, tryna do 'em like Tupac. Two Glocks up in my pocket, 22 down in my sock. If I'm running out of ammo, time to